Extra body coming for Tennessee. Nix is rolling away from the pressure and throwing into a very tight window. And Courtland Sutton, their leading receiver, holds on and absorbs the hit. It's a four-man rush. Nix pumps, throws, got a man. It's Sutton. It's a touchdown. They're in the red zone now, and a give to J.K. Dobbins. And he breaks a tackle and has a Denver touchdown.
Yeah, they ultimately got the win, and really it was starting off the game throwing the football 17 times in the first 21 plays, this time with a run on the first play of the game.
What a burst by J.K. Dobbins. Bryant was in the backfield, first and 10, caught for the touchdown! Marvin Mims, acrobatic move, got it! And he was working on Xavier Howard. Touchdown, Broncos on top. It's second down and 13 for Nix. 4-5 through the air. McGlinchey trying to block. Here comes the rush from Lewis. Downfield, he's got him! Caught! What a grab! Franklin, outstretched, hauls it in. Downfield.
Got his hands full here inside the 5.
Second down goal. That's a touchdown. Franklin, why not? He authored that drive. He finishes that drive with a touchdown reception of 3. And the Broncos have tied the game again.
Nobody went out with it.
Prentice will be the fullback. Nix to the air. Block McGlinchey. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. They've done it again. Troutman. Third touchdown pass. Bidet is the back. 3rd and 4. Bowles the block. Here goes Nix. Has the first down. Down the middle he goes. And he has it on the move down to the 36-yard line of India. Good run of 18. And Saturday in December. Anarumo has been brought in from the Bengals. Second down, 1. Here's a Dobbins run. Vaults into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. A rushing touchdown by J.K. Dobbins.
Now it's quieted things back down. You can get into your offense again.
Franklin on the fly. Dobbins the call. McGlinchey the block. And there goes Dobbins. Look at him spin and corkscrew down to the 20. Running back of J.K. Dobbins. Time. Throw. Cut it. There he is. Sutton again. That looked almost like a late hit coming in there. Flying was the veteran Jefferson. They give him the first down to the 46.
If you ultimately decide to snap the ball and go for it, which they do.
4th and 2. The fake to Dobbins. And they got him downfield. Look at him. They got Sutton. That's 6. Touchdown, Denver. What a play. 52 yards.
No update at this time.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll have one for you later. All right.
It's a 1st and 10 handoff, and look at turning the corner, going now. Dobbins. It's a foot race by the former Charger downfield, and then belted out of play as he was running. Tony Jefferson saved it as they revamped their running attack from the 19, 2nd and 4. The pressure, the McGlinchey block. Nice catch made with the stiff arm. Dobbins inside the 5, diving, touchdown! Let's see if he's in or not. Harvey the back. Nix. And it's caught for the first down and more. Stiff arming, 10-yard line. Sutton, flag thrown on the play. 5 in the secondary, 3rd down, 13. They need the 30. Good block, Bowles. Nix gets away from the defense. Swerving and takes it upfield. I think he did too. What a run by Nix.
Because they like to disguise coverages.
Osai was late getting onto the field. Nix throws. He's got his tight end. That's Troutman. And a big play for Adam Troutman. Nix wants it on the ground. Touchdown, Denver. Flag on the play. Catch is made by Sutton. Able to get around Cam Taylor-Britt. Start 3rd down and 4. Nix throws, completes. Sutton, big play. Spun down inside the 20. And that's 4 straight third down conversions by the Broncos.
With his injury history.
He's torn his ACL. He's torn his Achilles. He's also got a first down here. Ran into his teammate. That was Palczewski.
Another year removed from the Achilles injury. He wants that 100-yard game.
Lisa thanks. He's on his way. Here's a nice throw and a catch by Franklin. Bengals have 2 timeouts. Here's a completion. That's Mims. What a throw and catch. On third down and 2. Nix, end zone. Sutton. He's got it. Touchdown, Denver. What a catch. "15 yards away from 100 yards is Dobbins. How many is that, Speeda?
I don't know if he thought he'd get it on 16 carries. That's a pretty healthy average.
Here's Harvey. All alone. Touchdown, Broncos.
And this is a possible shot play, or is he just going to hand it off? Shot play.
You saw it coming. Here's the pass down the field, and it's caught near the 50 by Franklin. Nix to his old college teammate that 1 year at Oregon, Troy Franklin.
That's been the story of why they're behind right now.
Third pre-snap penalty against the Broncos as Nix tucks it under. Nice little sidestep. Some nifty moves, and he's about a foot short of a first last February. I thought Vic was the MVP. The score got out of a little, as you see, Dobbins raced down about the 37. The final score did not show how dominant that defense had been.
Just look at this shell back here. You've got to work inside. Oh, they dropped down.
There's Dobbins. Slowed down for a moment. Dobbins through traffic is in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos, for the first time today.
You just watch this drive and the drive before. It's like we're imposing our will a little bit. And at this heat, you've been wearing down this defense. Are they going to continue running the ball?
And try to go up top on first down. Down the field is caught, plucked out of the air by Ingram. Nice catch.
You set picks, you can always tell the body language. That was different.
3rd and 15. Nix on mark. Courtland Sutton. What a throw that was by Nix. Denver's longest play of the day, 34 yards. Back they go to Ingram. Balanced and dives. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram. Going for the lead. Here's the rollout, the throw, it's there. And the Broncos have taken the lead. That would have been a loss of down, too. They're bringing it. Nix throws it. What a catch. Sutton able to get the battle.
Or he suffered the first turnover of the game that led to the first points of the game. Nix on the play fake, throws to his right. He's got Courtland Sutton for the first time in the game. Sauce Gardner on the coverage, move the chains. They're going. Nix to his right, that's grabbed. First down grab by Evan Ingram. Nix over the middle to Ingram. Evan Ingram with another first down grab on this drive. Takes it down to the Jets 16. They get it off before the end of the first quarter. Nix wide open, touchdown. Nate Atkins. And the Broncos have the lead. 4th and 3, high snap. Nix will take it. He's going to get the first. Hits the deck. Down he goes, right in front of Belton. They know what kind of waters they're swimming in here. 3rd down and 8. Nix, the second-year back. He's being chased on the play by Alexander and throws. Caught! Sutton at the 10. Inside the 5, and Flott will bring him down. Mr. Lawrence is right over Wattenberg. He must be feeling that pressure, right? Because we've seen a couple of those today. 1st and 10, going deep and caught Nice grab made. Sutton. Banks is over there covering. With Dobbins. Prentice with the block. Dobbins with a hole. Got a block in there from Bachewski. Got a block in there from Troutman. Takes it inside the 20 and near the 16-yard line. 32-yard run by J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins a block to the end zone. Deflected, and did Franklin get it on the ricochet? Touchdown, Denver. On the deflected ball. 2-yard touchdown pass. Nix for 2. Crab Sutton in front of Belton. And 2 more on the board. 19-8 is the score. So another first down on this drive for Denver. Nix again. Bowles trying to hold him off. Nix will be on the run. He's got the first down. And Okereke will make sure he stays to the boundary. And he's second down and goal. Fake handoff. Here comes Nix in pursuit. Thibodeau getting a block. And he'll get inside the pylon. That is a touchdown. Nix with the block by Bidet to the end zone, caught for 2. And grabbed by Franklin. Harvey the back. Nix chased by Thibodeau. Backpedaling, touchdown, Harvey. And the Broncos are back in business. And cash in on the interception of Dart. Nix to the air, Bowles with the block, Nix going long, and caught by Mims! First down! Running back will be Bidet. Nix will take it himself on 1st and 10. Blocked by Bowles! Touchdown Denver! The Broncos have their first lead today! 1st and 10 from their 23, and no timeouts. Nix. Long, down the middle, and caught it at the 48-yard line and grabbed by Mims. It's a 1st and 5. Nix, and caught by Sutton. Got it on the side, Newman was there.
On the Cowboys, as Sutton has just come out of the tent. Here's a 3rd and 2. Nix, good throw this time, and running in space down to the 40-yard line is Troy Franklin. Cut back by Dobbins, and he takes off. Look at Dobbins go. And finally shoved down by Elijah Clark, but another. In the pocket, in the end zone, and it's caught. Franklin for the touchdown. Producer Ryan Galvin, all the crew. See what happens here in the last 2 minutes of the first half. There's Dobbins. They tried to strip him, and he held on, and he's out to the 48-yard line. Nix down the field, end zone bound. Oh, what a catch! That's Bryant, the rookie, with his first NFL touchdown. And it's a memorable one if it holds up.
Number 97.
Used to be a guy named Rick Upchurch. He used to be able to take those things back with regularity, wearing this exact attire. Here's Dobbins. Dobbins breaking one as well. They are running at the Cowboys at a big clip. Average per carry. That's 26 yards. This is game 2. And they lead starting the 4th as Nix gets hit for the first time in this game. Throws it. Sutton has it. Was he touched? I believe he was.
So much space out here. Oh.
Nix is looking that side, Tony. Throwing it that side. Back of the end zone. Franklin has the second touchdown grab of the game. For Dak, his second pick of the game. He had 2 in the loss at Chicago earlier this year as well. And that's going to put Dobbins over 100 for the afternoon. Harvey sneaking in here. He's got 2 touchdowns today. It's going to Harvey. It's Harvey into the end zone for a touchdown. A banner day for the rookie.
His 20th season. Signed this week, elevated from the practice squad. And the 41-year-old in there for the first time. And they run behind him. Dobbins to the edge. He's got a first down and out of bounds at the Houston 35. Chased out by Derek Stingley. Play clock at 1. The snap comes to Nix. Backside pressure from Hunter. Floats it down the sideline. Looking for the pay dirt. It's Courtland Sutton. It's a touchdown. Nix looking with time. Floats it alone on the sideline. Harvey will walk in for a Denver touchdown. Nix pumps, looking, floats it, caught, 2 more on the board, we're tied at 15. Troy Franklin with the grab. Nix, pressure comes, he runs, there's room to run. Look at the real estate for Bo Nix, and out of bounds at the Houston 36.
To start. From the 47-yard line, still looking for that initial first down. And they finally get it on a 13-yard pickup. Look out. Nix stepping out. Had room to run, but instead throws caught. That's Bryant. And he'll make it a first down and goal. Pat Bryant. Harvey now slips to the outside. Nix looks that way, then over the middle, then to the right, throws, caught into the end zone for the touchdown. Troy Franklin. Nix stepping up, throws, moving forward. Caught up at the 39-yard line. He goes to his main man, Courtland Sutton.
That was close, kind of close. It was close. Yeah, it would have been a great catch.
Changes the game sometimes.
3rd and 11. Rushing 4, Nix fires a bullet across the way, and there's that 3rd down specialist in Sutton picking up a first down. It's 3rd down, maybe it's Sutton time. He's got only 1 catch so far. It's going down the field, and it's caught over the shoulder by Franklin. What a catch by Franklin with Fulton on the coverage.
Yeah, they don't want to wait too long, though. You got Mahomes on the other side. They did it on the last drive, got in rhythm, get in and out of the huddle, stay aggressive.
Still has it. He's going to go down the field. He's got his man, Bryant. And Cook is able to wrap him up. Pat Bryant, the rookie, having his finest performance. We're coming down to the wire here in the Mile High City with 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go. And a 3rd and 15 for the Broncos. Nix had all kinds of time, couldn't find anyone. Now he does. That's Courtland Sutton, Mr. 3rd down, to move the chains.
He's deciding whether to run. They're inviting the run here, but don't do it.
Here's Nix on 2nd and 8. Going for a big throw, and it's caught by Franklin. And the Broncos are set up now to win the game.
What they saw on that play right there, where he makes those reads and makes the play.
First down, play action. Nix looking a little deeper. Stop and come back for the completion to the 20-yard line. And Troy Franklin.
Could still work the middle of the field.
2 big targets to the left. Nix looking that way, not open, trying to take off. Got it away for the touchdown for Sutton. His knee was almost down, but he kept it alive. Fire to Sutton. Denver has the lead.
Sticks defense lined up right across where the first down marker is.
5 in the pattern. Nix has some time. Going to take a shot. He's got an opening. And it's caught for the first down by Sutton. He's finally touched down there at the 29-yard line.
You see guys that can fix interceptions or fumbles, but not sacks. They don't fix that.
This man takes very few out of the pocket on the run, throwing back inside and complete. He and Pat Bryant have picked up a real good connection over the last 4 weeks or so. Pointing at Frankie Louvu. 4-man rush. He's got time. And in the middle, he's got Evan Ingram inside the 20 to the 10-yard line. Big play from Ingram.
Nix, he's going to run it this time at the 5. Nix is in. Touchdown. And what an opening drive for the Broncos. Nix. And Sutton is able to hold on. Courtland Sutton.
Jim, and that's a big thing for this Denver team.
3rd and 3.
There's the legs. Go.
Going to throw it instead. He's going to make the connection. With Bandy in the end zone for the touchdown. Second and 2 inside 4 minutes. First half. Nix. Wide open is Sutton. Sutton holds on to it with 2 hands down to the 22-yard line. That is a pass play for 42 yards. They've been a dangerous team in the last 2 minutes, and Sutton has caught 4 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of the first half. Here he is on 2nd and goal. Nix throwing, goal line, and it's a touchdown. Little Jordan Humphrey. Got to think. 2nd and 7. Nix. Oh, he's able to reverse as Parsons was about to bear down on him. Throws on the go, and it's Humphrey again making a play. He's made several today, including a touchdown. 2nd and 8. Nix, end zone bound, pulled in. Are the feet down? Yes! Touchdown Broncos. Sutton hauls it in. 2.5 to go in the 3rd. Looking long again. And he's got Franklin for a first down. And now will operate in Green Bay territory. On a 2nd and 15. Nix to the end zone. Franklin has it. Touchdown Broncos. Gary gonna assume more of a role here with Parsons out. Nix, good pass, what a strike. To the 50 to Sutton.
Here we go, Jim.
Here we go. But Day is the running back. Again, goes for the deeper pass, and this time it's caught. Sutton, the 3rd down magician, able to again come up with a huge catch.
So from the 39, play action for Nix. He'll step up to the sideline, finding Courtland Sutton, who's able to toe tap as he falls out of bounds, and a first down in Jacksonville territory. Mims the motion man. Fake the give to Mims, and Nix will throw. Floats it open. He's got his man Evan Ingram, and the former Jaguar, rumbling down the sidelines and out of bounds. The Broncos trying to answer that Jaguar touchdown with one of their own. We start the 2nd quarter, and Nix on the keep with a blocker in front. Nix, a little stutter stepping out of bounds at the 20-yard line. He picks up 12 and a first down. On 3rd and 5, Nix looking that direction for the end zone, drops it in to Courtland Sutton. It's a touchdown for Denver.
The ability to find ways to win tight games, especially against quality opponents, is something very special for a team, and this team is really, really good at it.
On first down, Nix will throw. Mims over the middle at midfield. And Mims into Jacksonville territory at the 42. Nix on first down off the play fake. Nix sets up, and he's looking deep. Wants Franklin. Drops it in. Franklin with a catch. 1st and goal Denver at the Jaguar 9. Off the play fake on first down. He'll check it to Harvey up the sideline. Harvey with some room. Harvey gets a block upfield and into Jacksonville territory on one play. Nix, pressure comes. Steps away, throwing on the run. Going up to get it is Sutton in Jaguars territory at the 45 and a first down.
5.5 to go in the half. Blitz. Nix running, picks up the first down and a few more yards. Karlaftis finally makes the tackle. It's first down and 20 now. Nix fires and a catch by Sutton along the sidelines. Great. Nix gonna run it, and he's gonna run it into the end zone. Touchdown. Went right through Hicks at the end of the run. This is the 14th play of this drive. Nix is rolling. Nix will throw, and it's caught for the touchdown by R.J. Harvey.
Good pick.
Out of Illinois. Definitely hit on that one. They fake the toss. And Nix, he's going to keep it again. He's got the first down. Plenty more as he advances to the Charger side of the 50. Meantime, the Broncos operating in Charger territory. And on play action, wanting to go down the field. He does. He's got his man. It's Ingram. And he is ridden down finally inside the 10-yard line.
At the same time, Carolina's pretty good.
Yes, they are. Don't take them too lightly. It's playoff time. There's a little screen pass. Going to pick up the first down. Paday is able. Was so happy to be returning to his original franchise and gotten better as the year's gone on. 2nd and 9 and wide open and a catch, and it's Mims.
I'd send someone right downfield if the safety's there to make the outcut.
On 2nd and 10, he's rolling, planting, going. Here's you go, Tony, to the end zone. They got it! What a call! It's Humphrey hauling it in for the Bronco touchdown. Now it's 3rd and 11, Tony.
And now you got all this stuff. You got to watch all these guys. Who's coming, who's not. Can you get the protection right, Bo?
They bring 4. Guns it down the middle. Look, wide open is Sutton. Coming to life on this drive. Just in time.
Hasn't played a ton today. Now it's like go out there and save our season.
1st and 10.
They're going after him.
Going for the end zone over the shoulder. Oh, Mims hauls it in. On 2nd and goal. Take the handoff, throw to the end zone. Wide open. Caught for a touchdown. Courtland, Sutton, and the Broncos strike on their 2nd series of the game.